Welcome to the Disney Underground, your experimental podcast of tomorrow. Be sure to strap on your Mickey ears as our hosts, Panda, Gene, Sammy, and Morgan, take you through all the happenings in the world of Disney and Universal. Are you ready for some fun, games, and an occasional guest or two? Then sit back, relax, and enjoy the Disney Underground.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Disney Underground, your experimental podcast of tomorrow. It is holiday season, and we apologize for not being here last week. We are back now, and we do have an announcement. Do we want to do the announcement now, Panda?
Yeah, definitely.
Why don't you take it away?
I will take it away. As you don't see Morgan here, you see Corinne. Just know that we love Morgan. She is not going to be with us anymore. Not because she chose it. She had to go to work, and she works at Universal Studios, and they've been getting her, and every time she is so disappointed that she's not here Tuesday night. So I gave her the out to say, hey, listen, don't worry about it. You can come on here and talk about Universal whenever you want. We love her. And she was like thrilled. She's like, yeah, I can't wait to come back and talk about Universal things, and maybe one day we'll see her back, but she is not a part of the Disney Underground right now, and it's not through any fault of her own. She's doing stuff. She's in the Mardi Gras. She's in all their Christmas stuff. So she's going to be a Universal crazy woman. So we love you, Morgan.
We do. We will miss you. But we do have someone that we can now welcome in, who, as we see on the screen, Corinne is now officially a member of the Disney Underground, the Doug, as we call it. So welcome aboard.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
And let me apologize in advance, because there's going to be a lot of times that you're going to be very frustrated with our producer, because he tends to frustrate people. So I want to apologize in advance, Corinne, that we have a producer that messes up pretty often.
No,
we love
Patty. Yeah.
So, but welcome. I don't feel like. Yeah. So that was Patty right there. See,
he doesn't want you to feel the camaraderie to Patty, because we all do.
He's already insubordinate. So, but
I mean, I would block you too. I don't know.
Well, happy holidays, Jackie Velton. Let me just do a little roll call and say hello to everybody. Samantha Lowe, hello. Heather Demmett, Stephanie Keel, one of our mods. Dave Garner, hello. T. Marie's Place, hello. One of our mods. Connor Matzis is in the house. And Nicholas Shackelford, there's Corinne. Ride the Teacups. Paul Angle, one of our mods in the house. Movie Mania Nick, Go Jets, my man. Grace Schmidt, Angela Minta, what's up? Jackie Velton, Tim Rempel, what's up, my man? And am I caught up yet? Badger Backer is in the house. Leslie Ojeda is in the house. Simba 2, another one of our mods is in the house. Leslie. So hello, guys. And you know what? Before we get into any of the other stuff, I do want to shout out Pete McDevitt. He had the YouTube recognition series. It's the Hall of Fame, and Sammy D and Joey D were inducted this past weekend.
Well deserved.
I was inducted. I don't know what they were thinking. They must have miscounted some votes.
Like you said, Sammy D and Joey, well deserved. Yeah. Okay, let's move on.
I mean, honestly, I'm super shocked. Like, even just Joey and I being a part of it, like, when I heard my name, I mean, we literally watched it to congratulate Gene, and then we heard our names, and we were like, what? Like, we had to like rewind, because I wasn't sure what they were saying, or if they were talking about sponsors, because we do sponsor his show. So we were totally confused. And the first thing I text Gene was, I can't believe people like us. All of us.
Hey,
Corinne's mom is here. I have to say hi to Yitta.
Hi, Mom.
God Yule, Yitta.
And I do want to say how great of a job they did on that show. Monorail, Molly, and Tina, they kind of go around the room. They say nice words about the inductees, and really just they made me feel really good. And I'm sure Sammy can attest to it. They did a great job with that. So we thank you guys for inducting us and being part of it. I know Panda's already in the Hall of Fame over there too. A couple of years ago you got in. So now Corinne's turn. Corinne's got to get in. We got to get Corinne in.
But she doesn't do her own YouTube. But maybe from this.
No.
From this, yeah, you're due, man. We'll see.
But there was people that didn't have YouTube, that were just moderators.
Moderators.
So
yeah. So
okay. So
Hey, Jason Wilbrandt. So who knows? Corinne could be next. We'll see.
Oh, God.
But again, thank you so much to everyone. And if guys, if you have the link to that Monorail Molly or Tina or any of the mods, please put the link in there so people can go check it out if they want to see the. It was on Saturday, but you obviously can still see it on replay. So go get a chance to take a look at it if you can. It was a lot of fun. Just being recognized, and I want to thank everyone that brought us into that community. So I appreciate it. And I know Sammy, same for Sammy as well. So, hey, Joey D in the house. Joey D, you gotta call me after the show. I gotta tell you about something. That's from before the show. No, I'm only kidding.
You're star in your eye tomorrow.
That's not cool. Hey, Pete McDevitt in the house. Thank you so much.
Always watching. Always
I read it
watching.
with that voice too.
So, happy holidays to everybody. So we are going to talk a little bit about Epcot and the evolution of Epcot. Before we get into that, though, do we want to talk a little bit about the holiday? It is the holiday season. What do we have planned for this Christmas and this New Year's? Let's go around real quick and see. Panda, what do you think, man? Like,
I'm
what's
supposed to go by my sister in Sarasota, which is about an hour and a half from me. But everybody's sick right now. Like, everybody's got bronchitis, getting over it, still feeling it. So we're scared that it may have to go to next week if we're not better in 3 or 4 days. But we're hopeful because my sister ordered pastosa raviolis from Brooklyn. The best. They come frozen. They're like, it's like $80 for like some raviolis from Brooklyn, but they are the best. So I'm hoping we get to them. If not, she better keep them in the freezer until the next week.
maybe you just wait and bring in the new year.
That might happen.
So, Sammy, what about you?
So for us, we celebrate Noche Buena, so it's the 24th. So we are going to go to my mom's new place. We're super excited. We're going to do kind of like a little party, kind of, do some games. And then, of course, the next day, wake up early. Joey is going to be cooking breakfast for everybody, so I'm super excited. And then for dinner, we were going to go out, but we figured everything is so expensive, like to go out on Christmas Day. And then most of the things are closed. So I decided we're going to make our own pizza, mini pizzas. I'm going to cut dough in little pieces, and everybody is going to dress up with their little chef hat and apron, and we're going to have our own little pizza party.
This sounds
That was
adorable.
pretty cool.
I like it.
Yeah.
Everyone has a chef hat? You all have chef hats?
Yes, I bought red chef hats, white aprons, and green rolling pins. So all Italian colors. And we are going to have a little Italian party with a bunch of toppings and that's it. Play some games and just spend time together. That's
Okay,
pretty
I like
much it.
Terrence Anderson, hello. So what about you, Corinne? Any family traditions?
So my family's here from Sweden, all of them, my siblings and everything. So, and they live 5 minutes away from us. So it's very easy. We're going to go over there and we're going to celebrate Swedish Christmas, which is basically a lot of Swedish food, which I'm so excited about. That is the highlight of my life. When my parents come and they just do all the Swedish Christmas food. Mm-hmm. And then we'll watch, there's a Christmas tradition in Sweden that at 3 p.m., everybody in Sweden watches Donald Duck Celebrates Christmas. It's like I think it's like from 1947 or something like that.
Oh, wow.
A Disney Christmas special, and they play it in Sweden, and it's like a tradition in Sweden that you watch that first, and then Santa comes after. So the whole country does it. And I've been doing it since I was a kid. So yeah,
this is new to me, and I've been around your Christmases. At 3 o'clock, Donald Duck comes on, and this is a thing.
Yeah, it's on like Swedish television. It has been for years, like since before I was born, and we all watch it. And so I kind of like try and like download it or something so we can still watch it. And it's in Swedish, so.
That's
now,
awesome.
is this 3 p.m. on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve. We celebrate on the 24th, so.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like a lot
There's
of
a Swedish lady watching now going, this woman says that we all do this, but nobody really does it who watches this
no, they
cartoon.
do. You can pull up articles about it. It's on Wikipedia and everything. So.
I gotta be honest, John. That sounded more Jamaican than anything to me.
Oh, child. You don't even know, child. Okay, yeah.
Hey, Rob in the house. What's up, my man? Or John's in the house. Did I miss anybody? I hope I didn't. Yeah,
Rob.
there he is. So that sounds. It sounds. Yeah.
Yeah, Disney is very involved in our Christmas, even like, all the way over there. So we all care about Disney on Christmas.
Very cool. Very cool. Darlene Barcelou, hello. So, all right. So we're going to talk a little bit about the evolution of Epcot. A lot of, a lot of stuff has changed, and it's almost like what they say is the more things change, sometimes the more things still feel the same. What's like? Let's go around the room a little bit. What's some of the stuff that we don't have anymore that you wish we did, and where we're going? Where do you feel like it's going, Panda?
Okay, because I'm older than a lot of these people here, I miss 80s Epcot. I was there for the some people, they just got off the edge of it and they like, oh, I don't remember that attraction. I remember Horizons. I remember telling my mom, can I go by myself? And she's like, yeah. And it was like an adventure to ride this one ride for the first, this was the first ride by myself. I was at that age. And I just thought the wonder and the journey into imagination, the original Figment ride, it was all, I could cry. Veggie, fruit, the kitchen cabaret, and then the food rocks. It was just, I feel like right now the Epcot we have has an identity crisis. And do I love some of the things added? Absolutely. But I feel like we still lost more than we gained. And, when we get into the evolution of it, I won't go, right now I'm just keeping to your original question. What do I miss? I miss Horizons. I miss the original Dreamfinder Figment. I miss World of Motion. I do.
Yeah. What about Captain EO?
Oh, I just watched it recently on YouTube. There is a 4K version of
it
it on YouTube. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a little cropped, but it's good.
Okay. So Sammy, what's some of the stuff that you miss that's not there anymore in Epcot?
Okay, so it's hard for me because I didn't go to Epcot really until I had Aiden. Yeah, I went once in like 2003 with my grandparents, but they could barely walk. I think I just watched the parades. I didn't get to experience the full Epcot. And it wasn't until I had Aiden. So I can't really speak as far as back then. I mean, it is pretty cool going into Epcot now. Like now that the walls are down and everything is kind of like more like it's a park instead of like a bunch of walls and you're just seeing a bunch of signs that go here, go there. So for me, I don't know any different because this Epcot wall is all I knew. So it was all I technically knew. So
back then it was such a simpler time. And Piano Rob, I need him to comment. There was a video screen with a lady that would come up to make your reservation for dinner. Right now, that seems so stupid. But back then, I can't begin to tell you, there's a lady on a screen that we could talk to make a dining reservation because we didn't have cell phones. We were a simpler, dumber people, and we enjoyed it.
Yeah, Piano Rob says he misses the old Epcot all the time.
And the hydrolators,
Yeah. Heather Demmett says 1989 Epcot Center was her favorite. So Corinne, when was the first time did you go to Epcot?
So my first time at Epcot was in 2007, I think. So I never saw it either. I never saw the old school Epcot at all in that sense of like Horizons was gone, but Universe of Energy was there, which I loved. But which coming from me who loves merchandise, I missed the old store, like the big. I can't remember the name of it, what it was called.
Oh, Mouse Gear.
Yes. I miss that. I like, no offense to Creations, but it just feels like I'm in an airport or a mall. Like it does not feel like Disney to me. And I feel like that's kind of, the way they're going with a lot of things. So I miss that. And I miss all the, because I didn't go, until way later in life. I listened to all the old soundtracks, from like Making Memories, Magic Memories, something like that. That song I loved. Horizons I loved. Where's all that music that was so good? The parade they used to have, Tapestry of Nations. Yes, that soundtrack is amazing. Never saw the parade, but I love the song. Like the music is missing, and I really kind of miss that. They're failing on that point.
I'll tell you what, I seen Darlene Barcelou mention it. Body Wars and Honey, You Shrunk the Kids. Those are two of my favorites as well. Body Wars I believe, was the only ride was the ride with the highest height requirement.
Was it?
Yeah, it had the highest height requirement in Epcot at the time. I know that was like a trivia question we used to use back in the day. But yeah, so I miss those rides. And what I miss, and I guess if I'm silly, because it hasn't been gone that long. But what was it called? Now I'm blanking on the name of it. The fireworks show.
Illuminations.
Illuminations.
Oh my God, yes. Yes.
I love the Illumination. Again, I know it's not that old. It's not that long ago.
No,
but I really miss Illuminations. That was always my favorite. Rob says he always enjoyed Martin Short teaching me where babies come from. I don't remember that. What was that?
Was that Body Wars?
That was something in the Body Wars building, but I don't remember.
I don't remember that.
It was like a video or something.
Wasn't it like
the making of
or
me?
something?
Yes.
Am I wrong? I don't know.
I don't remember that. Hey, Cliff Flicks.
Cliff Flicks. How you doing, man?
So I don't remember that. I feel like Martin
you see,
Short's
do you see
the
how
best guy to
Sammy-
go to for that.
Do you see how Sammy didn't really go to Epcot until she had Aiden, basically? I do remember when we visited, my dad, we thought we wanted 2 days Magic Kingdom and 1 day Epcot because we were told that Epcot really wasn't for kids. Me and my stepbrother, we were kids.
Yeah.
And when we went to Epcot, it was our last day. We liked it more almost than the Magic Kingdom and wished that we had another day of Epcot. Mm-hmm. So it had a identity
they
crisis.
definitely made it more like kid friendly, and now with all the characters, which I love the characters. Like I love the Frozen ride, but I just wish we could have both.
Yeah.
But it's funny that you say that because that was Aiden's favorite part growing up because he was able to run. There wasn't like Magic Kingdom gets so packed that we had to like watch him or grab his hand and walk him. He was able to like run around, and it was a more of a chill, relaxed day instead of like going from, ride to ride or show. It was something that he loved. So I got to experience Epcot with him. So it was kind of like cute because we kind of got to like do all those things together. Because when I went, I think we went around the countries. I'm not even 100% sure. But it's so different, the experience that I had with my grandparents as opposed to, going with Aiden. I'm much older. I can remember things. And it's just overall a different experience.
Hey, Don Jaworski and Murph in the house. It was one of those. I guess it was like simpler times too. And I know, like, I saw somebody post what was it? Who posted? Let me go back up real quic.
Thank you, Leslie.
Leslie, thank you.
Thank you so much, Leslie. We really appreciate that. Happy holidays. Universe of Energy with Ellen. And remember Stupid Judy?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think
was
Bill
fun.
Nye. Bill Nye was on that too, right?
Bill Nye was in it with her, yeah.
And it was a long ride to go on.
Yeah.
You could be in there. It was perfect for the summer.
Yeah.
Like AC.
Yeah, you knew when you went to Universe of Energy, you're spending an hour in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So where, Johnny O'Connor, how you doing? So back to Panda, where do you see the evolution going? And are you happy with the direction it's going? And I guess I answer that first, and then we'll go.
So mostly, like I love World Showcase still, and I don't mind the IPs coming in. Mm-hmm. If you can maintain Mexico as a Mexican pavilion and still bring Coco into it for those of us, including myself, who would love it, without destroying the real culture, I am all for that. The identity crisis, I think, is more upfront. Do we even know the names of the new 3 places? I don't remember.
I have to Google it every time.
Right, but we know World Showcase,
Yeah.
and we knew when it was Future World. Now, like, what is it? I do like the way Guardians got in there and made themselves a pavilion for their planet. I think that works great. I still think, like, the space thing is a waste of space. The whole ride, nobody rides anymore, nobody goes there anymore. The building that had Body Wars, it's just doing nothing. We'll see what they do with Test Track. I need them to announce something big overhaul for the Imagination Pavilion. Because that's it could be a beautiful anchor e-ticket that they could put in there. Something, what I want, which I don't know if I'll get, is an original Figment Dreamfinder ride, kind of like Mystic Manor trackless in that building. And I think they can do it. Call me. I got ideas.
And Figment's popular. Look at the merchandise. They can't say that there's not an audience for it. There is.
For sure.
And then they just put out a little golden book and Dreamfinder's in it, which makes me hope that even if they're going to keep Figment, they can bring Dreamfinder back too, because I think those two could make great. And it would be original Disney imagination, and it would be great. It really would. Yeah. Living Seas is still good. I think it needs Piano Rob. We could talk about that.
Yeah, for sure. Frank Washman says at least they're not looking to eat Donald. I think that was a little bit. I think it has to do with my Thanksgiving episode, right?
But they are looking to eat Donald. If you go into the ride now, They're like, "Where's Donald?" And the cook
Oh
is
yeah,
sharpened.
yeah. They're wrong. That's not that duck. Cliff Flicks says, "What could the new test track with World of Motion look like?" Any guess? Panda.
I honestly, I am so confused because World of Emotion was a slow-moving audio animatronic scene-filled ride. I don't know how they put that into test track at all. Are they going to change it up where it's no longer a test track car? I need more information. I have no idea what they're going to do. Not a clue.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they're looking backwards because that makes me think that they might be getting the message, but I need to know what they're going to do.
Donna Jaworski says she misses Horizon's journey into imagination with Dreamfinder, Universe of Energy, and the old land pavilion when the balloons on the ceiling moved.
Yes.
And she misses the guides on the boats as well. So I don't remember there being guides. Was there?
Oh yeah.
Do I just not remember it? How long
They
ago
used to be in the front of the boat for the land, and they would talk. Yeah.
I don't remember that. And I guess they switched it to the recording.
Yes.
Okay, I don't. Yeah, I'm sure.
I think people used to explain. People used to complain because sometimes you'd get somebody that at the end of the day, like, on the left side of the boat, we are growing cacao.
I get that. Yeah, you know what? I'm sure if I've been going forever, so I'm sure I just don't remember it. But yeah, I didn't remember that. What Stephanie Kill was? So what ride was it that was sponsored by Kraft Foods?
Ooh.
Wasn't that Kitchen Cabaret was Kraft or Food Rocks? Oh, one of the pavilions was Kraft?
I don't know. If anybody in the comments knows.
Yeah, that's a good question. Ride the Teacups goes, does Epcot need yet another show? Slow look around its attraction.
Yes, we do.
I love them.
We do.
I love the me too. I think
I'm an old man. Get off my lawn. Give me the slow moving pretty stuff.
So
Simba
Simba 2 says, yeah, the guide used to face you, and it would be kind of awkward if you were in the front seat. Yeah,
it was Willy Wonka.
They were very close. Yeah.
And Don Jaworski says, what about Food Rocks?
Yes.
That's another one. Food Rocks.
That was great, too.
All right. So, Sammy, what do you like about any of these changes? What in the current state of Epcot?
I mean, I agree with Panda. I love the whole Guardians of the Galaxy. I do like what they did with Moana. I just feel like it's out of place. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. I just don't feel like it should have been in Epcot. Yeah. I'm looking for more like Guardian style, like futuristic type of stuff. I'm hoping they kind of take Mission Space out just because it's outdated. It looks old. I just feel like it brings kind of like the value of Epcot a little bit down, like that area. Because it's just like dead space, kind of. And then the Living with the Sea, I know somebody had mentioned that. I love that area. I love going and seeing all the fishes. Yeah. I love Nemo, stuff like that. I just wish there's like a gap. I wish they would kind of fill in. And what they filled in that gap is with like stroller parking. Not that I'm against stroller parking, but there needs to be like more. There's so much you can do with Nemo. Like it's the ocean. It's beautiful. You can kind of like tie in other stuff with it. There's such a big gap when you leave soaring to when you're going to, the Nemo ride. There's such a big gap that I just feel like it's dead space. Mm-hmm. And when you have a lot of that space in Epcot, which you do, unless you go to the pavilions, I feel like it's missing something. I wish they would take advantage of that space and do more with it. I just don't like that there's a lot of gaps. And yes, they're using it for stroller parking, but I'm not thrilled with that part. But I love Guardians, and I think it's great. I love what they did with Moana. I want more of that. Show me more little things that you can fill in those gaps. I just don't, when it comes to that, I don't like Epcot for those reasons because it's just empty. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just like, I feel like it's like, just put, stroller parking just to fill in the gaps. You can do so much more. There's so much Disney movies. Like, you can do so much more. That is something I'm not thrilled with. But Guardians love it. The countries love it, but that's what I'm not too thrilled about.
John G says, wasn't the land sponsored by Kraft? Could that be it?
Very possible. I don't remember, but it's possible.
All right. Johnny O'Connor asked, do you guys have any merch that you liked specifically when you go to Epcot? Let's start with the merch queen, Corinne, because that's you.
I mean, here's my thing. You have all the countries, and that's what makes it fun, right? Because there is very unique. I think if we think about how much the merchandise is the same everywhere now at Disney, you know, you go to every park, it's the same merchandise. I think Epcot is really good at keeping some stuff only at those World Showcase pavilions. So like if you go to the UK, you're going to find stuff that is just for the UK pavilion, which is really nice. And I also really like the Japan pavilion because they have like Hello Kitty, and I like Hello Kitty, so that's fun. My boyfriend's into Godzilla, they have that in there, so it's more unique than any other park. So that's really nice.
I agree with that. When I go to Germany and see the shirt that says something like "Worst day is great" and it's WURST, you can only get that in Germany. You're not going to find that anywhere else. I like it.
I just saw somebody. Where was it? I got to scroll down because Patty took it off the screen.
While you're looking, no, Gene, while you're looking, and I'm going to ask Sammy this too because we were just there and Corinne, the new area of Epcot, I kind of like it a lot, and let me tell you why. I always see Disney like, where could we put more merchandise? Where could we put more of this? And they finally just made a space. I can't believe it took them that long to build. That's just, you know what? Go rest. Go. It's like a college campus. And I kind of like it. It's just to relax, sit down. It's kind of a meeting place. It's the spokes for all the other places. I'm kind of into what they built. And at night, it does look pretty amazing, if it works.
Real quick, I just want to make sure he gets credit for it. Nicholas Shackelford said the Crafts sponsored Living with the Land from 82 to 92.
Oh, thank you, Nick.
So thank you so much, Nick.
I forgot about that.
So yeah, Living with and Craig D says Living with the Land needs a gift shop where you can get land branded merch.
Yeah,
I like that idea.
Awesome. Yeah.
Don Jaworski says Guardians and Moana should be at Hollywood Studios, which I kind of agree.
It could be. Listen, it's there, and I like the way they fit it into Epcot. I do, with the pavilion thing. But yeah, I could have definitely seen Moana at Animal Kingdom.
Oh, yeah.
So let's see. Cliff Flicks has a question. What happened to the Play Pavilion? It just fizzled out.
Yeah. After COVID, they were still
like something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's another like you guys said. That's another one that was it seemed like it would draw people away from things. Like they would take more time there, and then instead of rushing right out into the crowds. So that's a good point too.
I think a lot of stuff died after COVID that was planned for Epcot. That's the problem. I feel like we just got half of what was planned.
Going back to when I was 10 years old, I'm in the Land Pavilion, and they're playing E.T. music. And I remember being absolutely upset knowing that was a clash. Like, Universal, how could they do that? At 10 years old, this was a big deal for me. I couldn't stop. My father's like, what's the big deal? Just stop. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I mean, they were playing, in Disney in the Land Pavilion. Does anybody else remember that? I would be really curious.
I don't remember that. Yeah, I don't know.
Piano Rob might, as a music guy.
Stephanie Keel also says Nestle then took over the sponsorship after Kraft. Thank you, Stephanie. Hey, Katie Mom 15 in the house.
I thought Kraft and Nestle now might be part of the same company.
They could be. They could have merged. I'm not sure. So you know what? We should actually take a quick commercial break. We'll come back with where we feel like the future of Epcot is going. And but before we do that, let's take a quick listen to our travel sponsor.
Hi, everybody. My name is Lisa Thompson, owner of MC Travel Company, formerly Mouse Class Travel. What started with a dream of building magical vacations for everyone at Disney World has now turned into creating magical vacations worldwide. We're 75% repeat and referral. That's because when clients first came to us, they came to us for our expert planning inside theme parks at Walt Disney World and Disneyland, as well as Universal. But now we have diversified and are now selling vacations worldwide. The reason why you would want to book with me is because no matter which vacation you book, you get the same group of hardworking agents all working on your vacation. There is not one single agent at my agency that you work with. When you book with us, you become our family. That means that the entire team at MC Travel Company works for you. We each specialize in a portion of your vacation and then bring it all together in the end for you to enjoy. So for your next vacation, consider MC Travel Company. And thank you, Panda, for allowing us to sponsor this channel. Have a magical day.
They are a fantastic organization. I know we got some. They actually have some specials that we're coming up. Let's talk about that for real quick. Patty, pull that up real quick.
We just thought it was important. We tell you about these things, and if you're planning a trip, you don't know about it, so you might as well know about what's going on.
He doesn't do a lot of discounts, so when they do,
Yeah.
So yeah, save up to 20% on Sunday through Thursday night stays at select Disneyland Resort hotels. And then Disney Visa card members save up to 25% on select stays of 4 nights or longer at select Disneyland Resort hotels. So the perfect people to help you with that is who, Panda?
mctravelcompany.com.
There you go. And
I felt like you were testing me.
I was.
I passed.
So, Murph says, Panda, it was nice meeting you briefly at Magical Night of Hope.
Oh, yes, Murph. How are you?
Caleb Joshua Hill is in the house. And also, guys, too, you know what? I forgot to let the mods, I'm sure if you guys could get it real quick, I'm sure you guys have it. If you guys could put the link to Magical Night of Hope, because you could still donate to that, I believe, until January. So if you guys...
They raised $66,000.
I think it's up to 68 now.
I think it's more now.
Yeah, I believe it's up to 68. If anyone can play, I should have said it before. And I'm sorry to the mods. If you can get it and put it in the chat for us, so if people want to go to that, you can still donate to that. I believe until January. So if you guys can get that, I apologize again, not for giving it to you earlier, but if you can get that in there, I would really appreciate it. Candy Mom says I missed the $95 $95 night stays.
I used to do the Polynesian for $150.
That's nuts.
For real.
You can't even get it.
It sounds so fake now.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't make sense.
And it was like a good view too.
There we go. Simba2 just put it in the chat. Thank you so much. And Donna Jaworski says, "Yep, we're over 68,000 now." So guys, it goes to such a great cause, and they had such a Panda, you were part of it. We saw
Donna's
you there.
Cookies. Donna Jarowski here. She auctioned off cookies, and they made a lot of money. I still don't have a cookie, Donna. Just know.
You have to donate some for the
I know.
Panda, will you share your cookie with me?
No.
Can you get one?
Yes, I will.
I'm gonna share one, just one. I like a little bite.
Donna, Sammy's pregnant, so we probably should give her the cookie.
Well, I was asking because I know Jean doesn't share, so I was like, "Hey, Panda, would you share?"
I will share cookies.
That's out of bounds. I would share. I would share. Well, it depends. Maybe I wouldn't. I've never had a Donna Jaworski cookie, but I've heard
they're amazing.
I heard they're right up with Gideon's.
I've had some. They're good. They're
so
amazing.
I might not share those, Sammy. I'll be honest. If I'm ever blessed to get those.
It's okay.
Craig D says you witnessed the breakup of the Beatles at the Polynesian. Is that true?
No, I wasn't even born. Close to 71. I was born in 71, so I wasn't there until I was 77. So no.
There you go. That was when I was born in 77.
Did I tell you dad? I told dad jokes.
Who tells dad jokes?
It says Panda sat with me at Magical Night of Hope and told me dad jokes. That is very possible.
Can we get one of them?
I don't remember. Our Johns might.
Joey D says I don't share my peach teas, and that's absolutely true.
You gotta start.
You got to draw a line somewhere, and the peach teas are the line. So, yeah. Can we get a dad joke, Panda?
I'll think and I'll come up with one in a minute. So
Let me know.
I
do have a couple from my father-in-law who sends me one every day.
Oh, give us one. Come on.
I got one right now. What do you call a fish that? What do you call a fish that has 2 knees? A toonie fish.
Well, that's a dad joke.
It's a pretty good one. I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what it is. It's gold. It's gold. So there you go.
Corinne, does your dad do Swedish dad jokes or no?
Yeah, but they're not appropriate enough to say.
So you know what? I'm going to share something, and it's Disney related. I only know one word in Swedish that's a curse. I'm not going to say it here.
You better not.
But Corinne should not have taught it to me, because what I do is when I get close to Norway, which is the only thing close to Sweden that they might understand, they'll know what it is. So every time we get to Norway, me and Connor, her boyfriend, will say this word, and she'll be, shut up. You could say it at any other country. She's like, nobody cares, but you say it there.
I should have known better and never taught you that. Yes.
She purposely, we go to like China, and then we go over here by the water, and then to Mexico. We never get to Norway.
No.
Hey, Mr. Drew's in the house, and he says, I'm sharing peach teas and chili with beans. We had a conversation about this yesterday. I've never eaten a bean, and I never will. Yeah.
Okay, so I do have a joke from Ed Drew. Might just pop up. It says, and it's funny because he starts off like if he's texting you. So he's like, "Good morning, Penny is already taking her morning nap, and then he goes in straight to the joke. He's like, if slow old men use walking sticks, what do fast old men use? Hurricanes.
I like it.
Dad joke. Yep, that's good.
Leslie Ojeda says, what do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear. Love it.
Oh gosh, guys.
Vero Mikes is in the house. If a gull is by the sea is a seagull, then what is a gull by the bay called? I know that one.
A bagel.
A bagel. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Took me a minute.
Heather Demis says, what's the inside temperature of a tauntaun?
Lukewarm.
Lukewarm. That's a good one. So, all right. So let's get back to our talk on Epcot. And chat, you know what? I want to include the chat on this one. Where do you see where do you want to see the future of Epcot go? Everyone kind of put in their little stuff, and we'll try to be able to read everybody's on the thing. It'll be to make the screen, but we'll try to read them as well. But Panda, where do you want to see the evolution of Epcot go at this point?
Right now, I feel we are at an in crossroads, and it can go either way. They can kill Epcot for me if they really want to, or they can save it. If that Imagination Pavilion gets something big and good, I'll be thrilled. And that could go towards saving it if the other, if they do something with the Space Pavilion also, and they do whatever they're supposed to do with Test Track and World of Motion, I'm going to be into it all. If they let me down, it's just a big fail, and it's going to be sad. So I think it's at an influx. I don't right now they don't know what they want to be. They're kind of in flux.
Sammy?
I want to see less gap and more stuff. Like, I especially say this more for when there isn't a festival going around. That Epcot unfortunately is not as fun. If there's no festival going on, you're just kind of like, all right, let's do this right or do this right. And then it's kind of like you're like, all right, I'm done for the day. I want to see more. When there isn't a festival, that there's plenty of things to do. Even if let's say there is a festival, and let's say you don't want to eat around the world and you have no interest, that there's still something to do. Because I feel like if there isn't a festival going on, there isn't anything to do other than going to a couple of the places that you want to eat or a couple of the rides. I want to see more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the front of the park is confused, and somebody said that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Hey, Laura, Mrs. Thomas in the house.
And even the Moana section, if you don't know, like back then when the walls were up, you can kind of see the signs where it's telling you where to go. But Moana is so hidden that I didn't realize it's almost at the entrance of the park. Instead of going, you would have to go to the right. It's closer to the exit. So if it's easy to miss, and a lot of people don't really realize that it's there because it's so hidden. So to me, I feel like there needs to be more of a transition. Like there needs to be more stuff instead of it just looking empty. So that's where I would like it to go.
Leslie, who just asked, where is the Imagination Pavilion? She knows Epcot. And the fact that she's asking that is sad. And it shows what it is today. When that park first opened, you would never ask that. You would know where Figment and Dreamfinder were, and it was an attraction you probably would not miss before the end of the day. As much as a Haunted Mansion in the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah. Vero Mike says, Epcot is sadly becoming a giant bar crawl. Bring back Horizons and fix Figment. I'd love to see them fix Figment. I know we talked about that a lot. I'd love to.
I do think it's coming. I do. I really believe.
I really hope so. I would love to see them make it more educational. Like I've seen a bunch of people put it out. I want to learn stuff. Like Epcot, when I was a kid, you went into things and you learned. Like, and that's why I know. And I forget who said it. I'm sorry, but they said how more slow rides, because slow rides usually is where you gotta kind of learn stuff. Like the land is like that, where you get to learn a little bit. Universe of Energy was like that. Like there's, they had so many rides. Body Wars it wasn't a slow ride. It was like an action ride, but you got to, you got to learn a little bit. There was so many rides, and so many attractions where you got to learn some stuff. I miss that about Epcot. That's one thing I do miss about Epcot. Me too. I would love to see them bring that kind of stuff back.
Even Spaceship Earth needs a big refresh of something.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what else too is, and I know somebody else said it in the chat, and I apologize, I didn't see the name, went by too quick, but I would love to see them add another country. I think they said they're supposed to have space for 2 more. I would love to see them add another country.
Not only do they have space for 2 more, there's also space for big attractions in countries they have.
Yeah.
Like Japan has a big parcel in the back that was going to have an Expedition Everest type ride there called Mount
Really?
Fuji. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Godzilla. It was supposed to be Godzilla.
was
Was
it? There
it?
was a there. Okay, we looked it up. There really was a
we
Godzilla
looked
thing
it up,
planned
yeah.
for Epcot.
Really?
Originally, it was Mount Fuji, and you know why they didn't do it? It's so
Something with,
stupid.
that's right. I remember it had something to do with Fujifilm, right?
Yeah,
Kodak,
'cause-
because Kodak was sponsoring some of the stuff at Epcot, so they didn't
And
want to have
Kodak-
any confusion.
No Mount Fuji, because Fuji
Oh,
films
I
their
know, the roller
competition.
coaster.
We could have
I
it
remember
now. There is no more Kodak, technically.
What about some of the gift shops, not in the actual pavilions, but some of the gift shops, like for example, where Mission Space is, like maybe upgrading those? I feel like
Yeah.
it's so outdated too. Like, I just feel like if it's not the countries they pretty much stay with it. But if it's not, like, it just kind of feels like outdated. It just feels like old. Feels like more of the past than the future.
Yeah, completely.
That's why they changed the name.
Corinne, where do you want to see it go in the future?
Okay, so my problem is with Epcot is that I feel like it's so generic now. It's getting very and I'm talking about Future World, and that's what I'm going to call it because I have no idea what they want to call it
Yeah,
anymore.
either.
I have no clue. It feels generic. It feels like all theming is being removed, kind of, and it's like Moana, the whole walkthrough. It's very themed, but it's so standalone from anything around it, so it doesn't feel like a cohesive theme. And instead, it just feels, and now, like, again, the new area, yes, it's super nice that we have benches and a place to sit. We desperately need that. But you couldn't have made it a little bit more Disney, like anything? So now it's like, either people are complaining that the characters are being pushed too hard. So now I guess they just decided to be like, no, we're just going to make it look like a college campus or a hotel courtyard and just remove any touch of Disney, which is...
I mean, at least they gave us a statue.
I mean, can you
At
imagine
least.
if they did? Here's the thing: can you imagine if they did that place with the gardens and everything, and put up some kind of tribute to all these old rides?
Oh.
Just something, just some artwork or a statue or anything. People would love. Just show some of the nostalgia of those rides. We would all die. Like, I would love that. Like, it's just such small touches. It could still be in that kind of like modern design, but just something to show that this is Epcot and Disney, and because you could, even though it's nice, we could be sitting anywhere. So I just what is the theme anymore? I don't understand. Like, what is the theme of Epcot? Like Jean said, it used to be educational to learn and see the future and what's coming, and that's just like, it's just all mishmashed now. All the stuff in Future World. And World Showcase, it just needs an update. I love Frozen. I love Remy. I think it's great. I just wish every single pavilion got something like that.
Donna just mentioned eating on the trash can, and that's one of my big pet peeves. For all the people with all the festivals,
The money.
put a couple of tables out. I don't want to eat on a trash can. I think it's gross.
Sorry, I've done it.
It's just
No, I've done it. We have no choice.
Yeah. Craig D says Epcot needs to embrace the IP for each country. Mary Poppins in England, Mulan in China, and I agree. I know there was talk about them doing something with Mary Poppins in England, and it never really came to fruition. Yeah. But he's 100% right. I agree with that. And I've seen some other people saying, there's a couple, I think Tim Rempel and I think Don Jaworski might have said it, that Festival of the Arts needs to be longer. It's too short. It's like 3 weeks.
My favorite.
It's like a blink of an eye compared to everything else. It needs to be longer.
4 weeks only. And it's the best festival, I think. So.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
So, Connor Messer says Godzilla would have been the best ride ever. So there you go with that. Vero Mike says, I guess he's talking about the countries they could add: India, Brazil, Spain, Australia. Australia would be perfect, and Brazil would be great. Or they could do just give me South America, a culmination, because there's so many different flavors and so many different countries you could represent in that one area.
Yeah, but putting it in Animal Kingdom.
So that's true. That is true. So there's that. Laura Mastano says Moana would have been better in Animal Kingdom. I can see that. Donna honestly says, and tablecloths. Shakers. Yeah, that's true. So all right. So So I guess that we kind of talked about the evolution, where it came from, where it is, and where we'd like to see it go.
There's no doubt it's evolving.
It is definitely evolving.
Identity crisis.
Yeah. I'm not not happy with the direction. There's just some things I'd like to see them do, And again, more educational in the front. I know I sound like a nerd saying that, but that's just
No, I agree.
It's the roots
It was
of Epcot.
fun. It was fun education. You didn't even realize you were learning.
Yeah, and it's the roots of Epcot. It's how Epcot really kind of came about. And again, I'd love to see them do more, like add 1 or 2 more countries. I'd love to see that. So,
Me too.
I
want to leave Epcot hopeful again. I remember as a kid when you would leave in the 80s, you were hopeful.
Yeah,
Things are, the world is going in the right direction.
yeah, 100%. So, all right, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. We're gonna hear from JSA Creations, and then when we'll do some news stories. There you go. The best ears in the business. Sammy, you want to lean in so we can see your ears?
And as she puts this glow around her, and then you don't. Oh, look at that!
It's not me, okay? I don't set up the computer, okay? It's all Joey's fault.
I like the Ewoks.
And then in the back.
Yub
Yub
nub.
nub, yub nub, dub up, dub dub, dub up.
Blame Joey. He's the one that sets up everything. I just sit here.
You can't even give the man credit. Anyway,
86 was good.
Heather Demmett makes a good point. The place in Moana is odd to me. They could have put in a Polynesian pavilion in the World Showcase and put it there. That actually wouldn't be bad.
That would be fun.
I like that.
I like that idea. So
They have that little African area. They could even make, if they want. I mean, a full Africa, as long as you give me an attraction.
like they really don't give it really any representation. It's got that. It's almost like a little corner, like.
I would take an adventurous boat ride through Africa, like a serious thing.
Yeah. Or like, that would be cool. Can we? Oh, Craig D. Before we get into the news, because Craig D. was took the new fireworks show. Fireworks great, fountains great, colors great, music narration. How did they get that messed up so badly? What do you feel about it, Panda? I know you've seen it a bunch in Corinne.
I feel like we told them there wasn't enough story in the last one, and now they over narrated it.
Yep.
She just has to tell
you
you.
don't understand this. Here's us explaining it.
Right now, you're feeling hope, but remember, death is not far behind. I mean,
I
it's
don't want to see a fireworks show where you're talking about people dying. I just feel like that's a little. I don't know. It was like it got really.
Ruins the moment.
It did ruin the what you
And
talking
there
about?
was good songs. There was like that beginning song. That
I like
was
the beginning.
stuck in
Right,
our
you're a
head.
part of me, and I'm a part of you. Love it.
But then they didn't use it enough. So
I didn't see it yet. There's a part where they talk about death.
it gets
Yeah,
really
actually-
sad. Like
They talk about being alone, but then you're never fully alone. It's a little manipulative.
I'd be leaving there going through a midlife existential crisis.
Yeah, you just so you know, you're standing at Epcot and feel like you're going to be alone.
Right. The good thing with that show is it can be changed, and you can see it from anywhere, and the hardware is still good, meaning it's still good
Actual
hardware.
fireworks are amazing. It looks so
Amazing.
good. The laser, everything. It's just the story and stuff like it's all nuts.
Sammy, have you seen it yet? I'm not sure. Were you there? Did you get a chance to see it?
Jason, yeah.
I did not, but I did do something new at Epcot last time I was there.
What's that?
I don't know. What was it, Panda? Panda actually convinced us to go see.
Oh, they didn't see the American Adventure. They hadn't been.
Yeah, that's right. You've never
I've
seen that
never
before.
seen that.
Was I wrong that it was a pretty major production?
It was nice. It was really nice. Aiden loved it. I mean, I was impressed of how many things were like coming out, and like when you first look at it, you're like, oh, it's probably just small little show. But the production and everything that comes out, it's pretty impressive. I was very happy. So thank you, Panda.
You're welcome. I love that Aiden liked it because he's
did.
into that history stuff, and I was watching him, and he was like, "What's going on?" He was into it.
Yeah, he's super. He's like Joey, very into like science and social studies type of stuff, and he loves history. And now with the 3D printers, now he's getting a little bit of interest in that. So we'll see. We have a science fair. It's called Entrepreneur Fair at Aiden's school. So he's supposed to invent something. So let's see what happens in the next couple of weeks.
I don't know if they still have it, but Epcot had a tour where you would go behind the scenes at, the American Adventure. If that's a thing, we should go with Aiden to that. He would be like,
Would love
you
it.
see the basement? Wow.
I just won't take my sister because she fell asleep through the whole thing.
Oh, she was funny. I love Brie. Tell Brie.
All right, so let's talk some news, guys. The big news of the day today was the voyage of the Little Mermaid. So let's talk a little bit about that. There we go. So they're changing it up. They're finally bringing it back. It's been closed since COVID. And they say it's gonna. They think that from what the rumors are that it's gonna be more about this scene here, the kiss the girl scene. Panda,
wait, you read something that said it's gonna be the whole thing's like about that scene? No,
that's what I had heard.
I'm sure that's one of the scenes of it.
Oh no, yeah, but I think it's supposed to be centered around that, from what I understood.
Oh,
unless I misread it.
No, it could be. What I'm thrilled with is that they're still using it. They could have easily said, put a coat of paint on this and bring it back the way it was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad they're not doing it. I'm glad they said we're going to tell this story even better. So I have a feeling it's going to be pretty good with new effects and everything when it opens up. I might miss the puppets if the black light puppets go away, because I thought that was really cool. Me too, right? The Under the Sea was great.
I love how like old school it was, because it fit that the movie came out a really long time ago.
Me too. And Ursula was built on a golf cart. So when you see Ursula come out in that show, it's just she's literally on top of a real golf cart. But it would be nice to see what they're doing. I'm happy.
And they
that it's
need
coming.
something in that area of the park because it's so dead. Like
It's a start.
Yeah, and it's another place for crowds to get kind of go, especially when it reopens.
Yep.
There's so many different corners of that park that get so crowded. It'd be nice to
And it's inside and the AC for the summer.
Yes, exactly. Well, Sammy, what's your take on it?
I mean, I don't know.
Did you let me ask you a question. Did you like the original Voyage of the Little Mermaid?
I did. I just usually when we're there, we don't see it.
It's not it's not a must do.
It's not. I mean, Aiden's not really into the princess unless he's meeting them. Now, if he's gonna do a meet and greet with them, then he's a ladies' man, and he will make the time to meet with all the princesses. He loves them all. But the shows, we're usually hopping around and doing rides. So for me, I'm like in the middle.
The new show has to have something cool, and I think kids like Aiden would want to go see
some type of action for him to want to see it.
But do you guys think you'll at least go see this once it reopens?
Maybe.
Wow,
Maybe.
so non-committal.
Right? I'm like, yeah, man.
Yeah, Little Mermaid is one of my favorite movies, so I'll be there the day it opens.
Sam was like, I don't know, maybe.
I don't know. I mean, Aiden, he doesn't like watching too many shows, so I feel like when it comes to things like that, now if they did a meet and greet and he got to see all the mermaids and he's a ladies' man, so he'll definitely stand in line for that. He loves them all. And I remember one time he even bought, when he was like, I don't know, 5, he went with me to Joann Fabrics and he got a bunch of little fake roses and he was giving them out to each meet and greet princess. He was like obsessed with all of them.
Smart kid.
He was. Very, very smart.
So I see Joey says he wants to see it, so you might not have any choice.
Well,
She'll see it. I'll make sure Joey sees it.
As long as they stick to the original and the original lyrics, please.
Yes.
I don't think that'll be a problem. I think that's, So people in chat, are you guys excited to see it? I'm curious with the new changes.
And it came out of nowhere. You think they would have saved it for like a D23 or something? Just out of nowhere, they were like, yeah, give them this.
Yeah, right?
Right before Christmas, just kind of.
Right? It's weird.
So, should we skip? We have a ton of news stories, and we're running a little behind. Should we do
skip anything you think isn't so important?
Yeah, let's see. I don't want to go through stuff that's old news too. So, here's something that's really cool. Baby African elephant was born at Disney's Animal Kingdom for the first time in 7 years. Do we have a picture of that, Patty?
That is a big. That is a big seal of approval for the park. For a baby elephant to be born, you have to be taking care of them very well.
How cute is that? Yeah. 218 pounds.
And they're pregnant for like 18 months. Like,
is it 18? I know it's over a year.
Yeah, like I think it's 18 months. Oh.
Yeah.
Imagine 218
I'm barely hanging on, and I'm 6 months.
Damn, like this poor elephant.
I'm barely hanging on. I'm at
that's
this
why
point.
I'm assuming that's why they don't have a lot of babies. Maybe
I wouldn't have any if I was pregnant for 18 months.
Tina Marie says she wants one. I agree, man.
He's cute.
He's cute. I'd love to have him in my backyard.
In your backyard?
So yeah, in my
with
backyard.
Your peacock?
Well, Peacock stays in the front. He doesn't really come in our backyard.
Oh, okay. So you want one on each side of the house?
Vero Mike says the elephant was pregnant for 22 months, and it was 200. I had it wrong. It was 270 pounds.
Wow.
22 months. That's almost 2 years.
That's a long time.
I'm telling you guys, I'm barely making it. 6 months. I get like this. He moves. He hits like a part with my sciatic nerve, and I just drop. Like it just like I have no sensation on my legs. I just drop. So I cannot imagine going almost 2 years. No.
All right. Well, let's move on to the next thing. The start date has been announced for Good to Go days when Walt Disney World annual pass holders and cast members won't need park passes.
I'm so confused. I don't
feel
even,
like I can't anymore.
I can't be bothered. I got to still make my reservations because even the park people don't know. Sometimes we went to the Hollywood Studios after 3:00, and the lady's like, "Do you have a reservation?" And I'm like, "No, we don't need one." She goes, "Everybody now needs a." I'm like, "No, you after 2:00 annual pass." So nobody knew, and I'm like, "That's
Are you serious?
Scary."
Yeah,
I started to doubt my sanity. Remember, Corinne? I was like, maybe I'm
I
wrong.
looked it up because I'm like, are you kidding? Because this was the person who's gonna, because Mark had an issue getting into the park, and this is the person they call over, to help you when your ticket doesn't work. And that person literally kept telling us, "You need a reservation." And we're like, "No, it's after 2:00."
Like they didn't know that rule. It was scary.
That's weird because that's been a rule for a while.
Thank you. So now this new thing, good
They're
to go
getting
for who?
confused too. They're getting confused too, which I get it.
Bottom line, make a reservation when you can. It's easy enough because you don't want to be involved with their not knowing their own rules and regulations. Too many rules.
But now you can also, I think the park hopping starts too, right? That you can just park hop at any time.
Yeah.
Which is,
Spin the
again,
wheel.
doesn't make sense because then why do so you mean I'm going to have to go to Epcot and scan in and then just walk right out and walk to Magic, not walk to Magic Kingdom, but then take, the monorail.
Yeah.
It just feels like, why can't we just go whenever?
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, and I guess there's gonna be some days where we don't have to, but how are you gonna know? Really, I mean, like, I don't know. It just sounds like it's just go back to what it was. If you want to do something different for the weekends, I get it. Or for holidays, I get it. That's fine. But Monday through Thursday, at least Monday through Thursday, you can't go back to normal.
But if you're thinking about somebody who's going for the first time, I mean, we go all the time, and I cannot get my head around all these rules. So I can only imagine.
I know we're running late, but just a quick thing. I once made a joke that we should do a skit where you go to the grocery store and you see how much it's changed. Imagine walking to the grocery store and them saying, "Excuse me, do you have a reservation?" You're like, "What? I'm just going to get milk." "Do you have a reservation for the grocery store today?" And you're like, "No, I didn't know I needed one." "Yes, you have to have one." "You said you're going to get milk?" "That's a virtual queue. It doesn't open up until about 3:00. You can get all your other groceries, but milk is different. Try to get on the virtual queue. If you can't, you can pay $10 extra, and we can put you right onto the lightning lane for the milk." I mean, if you just go through all the rules and put it into a grocery store, your experience is so different, and it's so confusing to a first. Disney should not be that confusing.
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. And again, you can only imagine how many people come from far away that might not even realize there's a rule for it. And they get here to Disney and they know, wait, I needed a reservation. I didn't even realize. Like, I could just see people not realizing it when they go. So
I think we all seen people at the entrance, have issues and then being told like you need they don't have a reservation for everybody in the family or somebody's. It's just, I feel like the people who are designing it are only thinking of it in the sense of like the information they want, because obviously there's some reason why they're doing this, but the user experience for us is very confusing.
Yes. I'm curious if the chat has ever had an issue with it. If anyone in the chat has an issue with it, please let us know. And thank you, Nick, for congratulating me and Sammy. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
And Mr. Drew says, I must be throwing my food in the yard still. Sammy, remember that? Sammy, back in the day, I used to throw like the vegetables in the yard so the
he would throw leftovers, and it was like raccoons and cats and dogs. Anybody that
you do that on purpose.
Yeah, I would throw like
Mark does that.
I just if at minimum it's compost. I just throw it out in the yard and like hopefully like if it's like fruit or vegetable something whatever it is, stray animals will eat it. So we feed them all. Yeah, I love it. I'm just trying to catch up in chat, make sure we didn't miss anything. If Team Rebel says if you didn't get a virtual queue for milk, you can always get the lightning lane for $20.
Yep.
Right. Joey D says I would create a salad medley in my front yard. I certainly would. Yeah.
A medley, a vegetable medley.
There you go. So here's some news. A Chicken Guy. You guys like Chicken Guy?
I was never very impressed with Chicken Guy.
It was decent. It was for if you weren't look to spend big money. But they cut down from 22 sauces to 10 sauces.
They're tired of it.
And I found that some of the 12 that were cut were like people's favorite, like
Really?
teriyaki. Teriyaki was one that's not there anymore.
And that was the whole gimmick. Like you could go there and get all these.
Right, the
different-
whole gimmick was sauce,
yeah.
right? And it's pre-made. They're taking them out of gallon jugs. So I guess it's just a cost-cutting measure. But
Yeah, it must be.
this could be
Maybe
the
it was
downfall.
just too much to keep up with, just because 22 sauces might be a little bit much to.
Too
keep
many
up with.
buttons on the screen.
Leslie always,
Yeah.
Hayden says it's the sauce was the only thing I had going for it. I totally agree. John Jaworski says the great sauce
great
reduction of
sauce
2023.
Oh,
That's
did you
great.
hear? There's a rumor though that they're going to remove honey mustard from all the restaurants at Disney too. Like the
Really? I
prepack-
love
yeah,
Really?
mustard.
The prepackaged
can't.
Heinz one. Yeah, I saw that.
What else are we going to dip our fries in? Just ketchup?
The source, I don't know. I just saw it on Facebook,
Wow.
all those groups, but that is apparently the rumor that next year all the honey mustards are going away. And I'm like,
No, stop
but
it.
it's
I
a
love
great
it.
sauce reduction, maybe.
Did you hear
Yeah.
black beans are gone from Pecos Bill? Now they're just pinto beans?
Thank God. Oh, we gotta get rid of those too. Get rid of all the beans.
I love
black beans are good.
No
Okay,
beans.
would you try
Okay,
the Cuban
Hold
ones?
on.
No.
Gene, do you eat peanuts?
Yeah,
Well, then you eat beans. Ha!
that's not a bean.
Yes, it is. A peanut is a legume.
All right,
I
well,
think. Chat room can correct me, but I think it's a bean.
Maybe
Okay,
you're right,
if
but
you
I
try
will not.
the Cuban ones, they do like it has like a sauce, it has a flavor to it. It
Yes.
takes like 24 hours and it kind of
Yes.
It's really good. Can you at least when you come down here, I'll take you to Sergio's. You do like Sergio's.
I love Sergio's, but I'm getting the Cuban sandwich.
Okay.
Every Puerto Rican that has rice and beans is not talking to you, Gene. So you better taste the
Listen,
beans.
my wife is Colombian, and believe me, like they eat lentejas and
it's
rice
like
and
the
beans.
red beans, right?
Thank you,
No,
Donna.
like the lentils.
He eats beans. Thank you, Donna.
Then I eat a peanut. That's the only thing I eat.
No, you eat a bean. It's a legume. A
all
peanut
right.
is a bean.
I didn't know that.
I know. Peanuts are legumes, which are edible seeds and frozen pods. Thank you, Patty and Peas. Meanwhile, tree nuts.
What a great producer.
I know. He was quick with that one.
T. Marie also says I don't eat guac either. I've never had.
Neither
I've
do
never
I.
had.
Neither do I.
I've never eaten guacamole, and I've never had an avocado.
Dude, I love guac, but it has to be
Same.
fresh. Like it can't be like the ones that they have prepackaged at the supermarket. No, it needs
no,
to
it never
be
tastes
fresh.
good.
I feel like it makes a difference.
Yeah, I can't do beans, man. I've never had one, and I never will.
Come to Miami.
Other than
and
peanuts.
try it.
Vero
Sergio.
Mike says he can't wait to eat at Eat. That's that new Indian.
I
place.
heard it was good.
I heard it was good too.
But it's
so-
not traditional Indian, right?
Is it like a
more
fusion?
Yeah, it's some kind of
Okay.
like beans.
Okay, we got to try
right.
that. I heard it's a little spicy, good stuff.
So yeah, I you know what? I think that's gonna be one of my first stops when I get down there. Is I'm gonna try that. I'll be down there obviously about a month from now. I'll be officially.
You want to do a
local.
review on Eat? Because
Yeah,
I've never
let's
been.
do it.
I'll wait.
Yeah,
I'll go
do
with
it.
you. Okay.
All right, cool.
Corinne will do that too.
Joey, I don't have to try the rice and beans because this is America and I don't have to do anything I don't want to do.
That was the most American response.
That was a typical American response.
I
What about
can't-
Swedish beans?
Have you eaten beans?
Do they-
You
Swedish-
like beans? Yeah. I love beans.
I can't do
Anytime.
beans.
Yeah.
Lentil. I like lentils too. Like all those.
Lentils I love.
Love
Lentil
it.
soup with bacon, Sammy, ever?
Mm.
Yes, so we do something that's called chicharros, and we instead of putting bacon, we put the green lentils. We actually put mini potatoes, carrots, and slices of tiny little ham.
Okay,
And-
that sounds like I would
That
try
sounds
it.
really good.
It's so good. When you look at it, it is green because lentils, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, it looks
Okay.
like throw up, but it's one of my comfort Cuban foods that I love.
Okay. If Donna says
Don-
Eat was good, then Eat was good.
Okay, thank you,
yeah,
John
sure.
Jaworski, for the review. Yeah, Connor says, yeah, beans are
Yeah, he
gross.
does not like beans.
Yeah, that's my man right there.
Donnie, Connor, you won't eat black beans?
No.
We got to take him to Mexico and see if he'll eat. He won't eat black beans.
No.
Wow. Okay.
Or bring him to
Neither would
Miami.
Mark. Mark won't eat a
Miami is
bean.
different, so you guys can come to Miami and kind of see what it is at Sergio's and stuff, and like the true Cuban restaurants. And maybe you'll change your mind. Maybe, I don't know.
I've gone to Taco Bell and asked for beans instead of meat, and it's really good for some reason.
Yeah.
Just the
To be like,
refried
welcome to
beans, the
Disney
tomatoes, the
Underground.
onion.
If-
Yeah.
If they were that good, if refried beans were that good, why would they have to fry them twice?
Because it just makes them better.
Because they're
supposed to be
refried.
Red.
They're
Like,
refried.
They're
Get
old.
it?
They're old. Yeah, they're refried.
I had a Riesling wine joke like that. I forget how it went. If it was so great, why have to sling it twice? I don't know. Mr. Drew, what about the Italian beans? Is that like the cannellini beans? I don't know. I just don't.
I actually don't like.
Oh, garbanzo maybe?
No,
Chickpeas.
Those like big white ones.
I think it's cannellini beans.
Do you like hummus, Gene?
No, I don't need hummus. I don't need hummus either.
Yeah, I
like
won't eat hummus either.
Really? Okay.
Does this count as a food fight?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, this is
I love it.
we're very passionate about food.
Yes. All right. So you know what? Real quick, because I do want to do a read real quick before because we have a couple more stories to get to. Patty, let's do Orlando Stroller Rental. Guys, the most professional and convenient stroller rental company in the business, the number one choice amongst Disney travelers. Orlando Stroller Rental has a huge selection of single and double strollers, and all strollers come with a free cooler, parent console, and rain cover. They have a very convenient counter at the Orlando International Airport at Terminal B Side Level 1, and they even offer free delivery to Disney resorts, Universal Area resorts, as well as Airbnbs. So make the number one choice your choice, Orlando Stroller Rental. Family owned and operated since 2008. Guys, don't travel with a stroller. Why take up room in the car, on the plane?
Why?
Just get here and you can order from them and they deliver it, or you can get it at the airport. It's so convenient. Check them out. OrlandoStrollerRentals.com. So my only problem with Chicken Guy is Guy Fieri himself.
I don't like him.
Has everybody else had enough of him a little bit? Like,
Yes.
calm down.
I've
Pipe
never
down.
a fan.
What is Patty saying now? Gene doesn't like.
Every time I see the Heat Miser, I think of Guy Fieri.
He's never tried them, but he decides he doesn't like them. He won't try it. Yeah, that's
Wait,
true.
okay, so you haven't actually tried beans?
No, I've never had one.
You
Oh,
can't
God.
say
Oh, so
you
you
like
can't
that.
say that.
If you had rice and beans that Sammy would make, I bet you'd love it.
Just
I
one
promise you, if you
thing.
tried the beans that I'm talking about from Sergio's, and I'm not a bean person. I mean, I'll eat it. At least I tried it, so I could at least say that, unlike you. But I love Cuban beans. Like, it's one of my favorites. I like it more than, sorry, Mom, if you're watching.
Is it possible that Gene had like a wax bean or a kidney bean? Because I don't like those, and he was turned off, and he doesn't know what a really good bean tastes like. Because the good beans have a good texture and flavor, and they're not offensive.
Yeah.
Patty's right.
What
We never
about
had them growing
garbanzo?
up.
Like,
No.
have you had that? Because they usually put that in salads, and that's cold, and that doesn't taste so. It's okay.
Listen, it's just not for me.
How did we go from Evolution of EPCOT to beans?
All right, so let's go back to another thing. There's a new Go Juice food truck bringing smoothies and acai bowls to Exposition Park in Disney Springs. Have you? I don't know if is it open yet or is it just coming out? Here we go. Oh, I guess it is there.
I like that.
I like this. I would be interested in trying this. This might be
I wouldn't
another.
try I wouldn't try the green one, but I want a purple one or something else. I like the healthy,
Well,
juicy
do
things.
you like acai bowls?
Yes.
So they got them there as well. Does anybody else have them in Disney? I don't think they make them anywhere else, right? So that's kind of new to Disney property. I know we have millions of places in New York on Long Island to have them, but I don't think anybody else. Not that I've ever seen down there. Corinne, you like acai bowls?
I actually never had one, but I'm sure I will.
Now you gotta try one.
It's like I like anything, so yeah, I probably is good. But is it down? It's down by West Side, right?
I'm assuming it's by the rest of the food
Over
trucks,
there?
like right by the water area, next to the Starbucks. Sammy,
So Donna said Summer House on the Lake. Yeah, that opened too because I
Yeah.
know I'm gonna go over there
Yeah,
for that restaurant.
thank you, Donna.
How was it, Donna?
Yeah, how was Summer House on the Lake?
It
like
looks
a-
really pretty inside.
It
Yeah,
looks
it's stunning.
you know,
There's plants inside. I love it.
Did
I
you
was
see
talking-
the prices on the menu?
Oh, is it that expensive?
Really.
It was like steak frites. I think it's like $50.
It was excellent, though. Donna says it was excellent.
Yeah, everybody says, and they have a cookie bar, and I mean, again, I'm sure you can pick something that's not super expensive. But
I heard
don't
the
mind if
cookies were crazy. I heard the cookies were amazing
If
Now,
you
we'll see
charge,
if they
just
get-
make sure it's good food.
and good
You're gonna
service,
charge.
which I'm sure it
Yeah.
is. They always got good service, in Disney stuff. So, Leslie Ojeda says that they're going to Summer House on the Lake on Thursday. So, the steak frites were $38.
Wait, is that just fries or is there steak with the fries?
there's some kind of steak, I think. Too.
Okay, because you could buy steak fries, and I was like, really? Okay,
Burger was
$20 burgers.
$20. It's a little high, but it's not out of control high.
You know what? Don't be fooled by deluxe burger. their burgers are $20 too, but it says 10, and let me explain. It's $10 for the burger. It's $5 for the fries, and it's $5 for the drink. Yeah, it's $20 for your burger. You might as well go to a better place.
All right. So what else do we have? They announced the opening date for Flower and Garden Festival. Are we excited about that? Obviously, we're excited about it. But the only bad part, I mentioned the only bad part I think of because it's opening in in February. It means, well, that's the 2021 picture, Patty. Good job.
Well, we don't have a 2024 picture of it.
He could have had the 2023 picture.
Are you expecting
Why? He liked the 2021. He's just showing you what Flower and Garden could be like.
I just needed to blame him I just needed to blame him for something. That's all. But yeah, starting it so early. My only thing is, and I love it, but it just means, like we were talking earlier, a shorter Festival of the Arts.
Yeah.
How long is Flower and Garden?
Months, right?
Yeah, I think is it 2.5 months?
Okay. You know what I think
it's going to go from February to like. No, this might be the longest one.
Yeah.
If it's starting in February, and it's going to go right? Is that what the date? Let me just double check on this date. Did I have that right?
Well, I'm just thinking the art one. I wonder if it's because the artists have to come, and it's very hard to contract the artists to come and stay in a hotel for the entire 3 weeks.
Oh, actually, they don't. Just so you guys know, they pay their own thing.
What?
I know some of the artists who show up for Festival of the Arts, and they have let me know that they have to pay for everything themselves. Or at least it was like that back in the day.
What?
So, yeah.
Well, I guess because they're selling, they probably give them the opportunity to make money while they're there, and that's what it is. So I get it to an extent.
All right.
That's why a lot of the artists are there for a long time. They're locals, so they don't fly in.
So yeah, it starts February 28th. So you got to figure it's going to go to so you got all of March, you have all
into
of April.
May maybe.
No, because
it goes to summer.
Yeah, because they say Food and Wine's going to start in July.
Yeah.
And usually they don't go more than 2 weeks without a festival. So you figure it's going to be all of March, all of April, all of May, all of June. So that's 4 months.
Right.
I'm assuming that's how long it's going to be.
The park looks beautiful at that time.
It does. I do.
It does. It looks great.
And the weather's great.
I like it better than Food and Wine because.
Me too.
Food and Wine is funny because it's so hot. So it's like they'll come out with like the broccoli and the cheese thing in Canada, and you want to try it, but it's so hot.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't want to try it.
There's nothing else I feel like for Food and Wine except the food and the wine, which Flower and Garden has all the flowers and all art.
It's true.
Has art. You know what I missed? You remember the seminars they used to have for each festival? Bring back those. They were great. Yeah. They were so much fun.
Yeah. But Sammy's right though. There's nothing better than running around in 95-degree weather with a bowl full of hot dairy, right? That's one of those things. But Big Thunder Mountain Railroad will be closing for refurbishment it seems like for a while, right? It's going to close January 21st.
I heard it wasn't that long.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
I thought it was only like a week or two.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Okay. Which means they're not doing the big upgrade that I really want, which is the explosions like they have in Disneyland.
Yeah, it's just maintenance.
Yeah, they got to put that in.
Tokyo Disney Sea is having their first ever Food and Wine Festival announced for the spring of 2024.
How are we getting over there?
Not getting over there.
It's going to be 6 months. They're going to get it for 6 months. We get it for 4. So there you go. There's Disney Tokyo Sea. How much different do you think the food's going to be there than here? Like, do you think the food's going to be better there?
Everybody says it's really good.
Yeah. But I do wonder if they will have different country. Like, is it going to be mainly just Japanese food?
That's my thought. Like,
they usually branch out. Like, I bet you there'll be an Italian dish, a Spanish dish, and the Japanese like to taste different things, from what I heard and gathered.
Listen, any chance I could go over there, I would.
I know, me too.
I mean, that's on the bucket list.
So Danny Elfman's going to be composing music for Universal Classic Monsters Land in Epic Universe.
It's pretty exciting.
Likely to be called Dark Universe. Is all but confirmed.
Oh, is that one of the monsters there? Look at that.
Yeah, I was going to say, he looks like it's...
I thought it was Willy Wonka without the hat.
He really needs a... Hello.
He does have a dark universe.
He
looks like someone from Harry Potter.
Right? He does.
What's her name? This girl?
But
What's her
he's
name? I'm kidding.
great. I mean, the music Nightmare Before Christmas. Is
Yeah,
great.
his music is great. He is. But you know what? In order to do what he does, he's got to be odd. You have to be.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
most artists are.
Yeah. He's also done the Mystic Manor music in Hong Kong Disneyland as well.
That's cool.
So we're looking forward to that. Let's see. The closing date and farewell event announced for Space Mountain at Tokyo Disney. This one is going to be closing April 9th. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's going to be, they have the final ignition. It will take place from April 9th to July 31st. But the new one won't open until 2027.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be.
So
it's
it's
gonna,
gonna.
that's
Look
what
at
it's going to
that!
look like.
It's so cool.
Give me that here.
It's kind of like Tron meets Space Mountain.
We will
Yes,
never get
I can
that
totally
picture.
see that.
They
Look at that at
need
night.
to
Oh
do.
my goodness.
They need to do that to our entire Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have a whole nother company funding all this. This is the problem.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
know.
That's what they
I
get
can
all-
So,
dream.
yeah, no, they have the final ignition, so they have a whole big thing. It's almost like a festival in itself from April 9th to July 31st. So if you're in Tokyo by any chance, go ahead and check it out. You have a few months left, and then you won't see it for like about 3 years. Another thing, have you heard about this? Nick Cannon spends over $200,000 a year at
Wouldn't-
Disneyland per year.
What
Well,
have
he's
we
got-
all? Why is
he's-
Sammy
Well,
with him?
he has 15 kids.
I think it's 12, but yes.
Okay.
Listen, if we could do it, wouldn't we
kidding.
all? If we were millionaires, wouldn't we be spending
Yeah, I would.
$200,000 a month? Yeah, I would. If I could, yeah, please.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
already get all the money I make.
They all right.
Yeah, a lot of that money is probably Mariah Carey money. I'm assuming. So I'm assuming he's living off that Christmas song himself as well. You know what?
Like, you better continue with that.
Dun, 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 dun.
I can't stand that song. All right, we got one more read. Mickey Monthly. Bring up Mickey Monthly, Patty. There we go, guys. Mickey Monthly, the best Disney subscription box in the business. There's a lot of others, but Mickey Monthly is the cream of the crop, tops of the top, and they have an amazing selection to choose from. You can get a snack box, which is filled with snacks from all the parks. That starts at $29.99 per month. They have the original box, which includes a mix of licensed and branded items. It starts at $19 a month. They have a Loungefly box, a shirt box, a pin box. They even have holiday boxes right now, guys. If you have a Disney fan, a Disney lover in your life. Mickey Monthly, how great of a subscription box to get to give that Disney lover. This is you can do a one-off. You don't have to join the subscription every month. You can do a one-off, but go check them out. MickeyMonthly.com. I'm telling you right now, you will find a box on there that you want for yourself, and you will find one for a loved one. I assure you, Mickey Monthly does a great job. So make sure.
And they're going to do a Disney Underground mystery box where one of us pops out. You have a 25% chance, and you have a 10% chance of getting Patty, the Chaser. We stay with you for a week.
Curious. I was like, wow.
I was like, nobody informed me of this. Yeah, believe me, guys, you don't want to win the Patty box.
I don't know. It's the Chaser. It's the most sought after, to be honest. So,
Hey, Goofy guy in the house, what's up?
Goofy.
So, all right, let's see what else we got. We only got a couple more, and then we gotta go. The Disney and Gary Sinise Foundation. Oh, my thing moved. I'm
oh
sorry.
yeah, Gary Sinise did a big deal
Yeah, it's a
donation stuff.
charity, right?
Yes. Now, can I tell you, I don't want to talk bad about him because he's doing a great thing, but I can't stand Gary Sinise.
Why?
I don't know.
This charity work?
He does amazing charity work. You know when you watch him on screen, I'm like, I can't stand Gary Sinise.
He
I don't know
does
what
give
it
a
is.
little. He tries to scare you into not going on mission space.
I'll tell you, every time he ruins it, every time for me.
idea.
He does.
Go.
You sure you're going? You ready?
Yeah.
How's your left breast? Is it good? Because this
Doctors say you should not
this
go out
adventure
that
may
way.
hurt it.
So yeah, listen, he does great work. I don't want to take that away from him. And they're doing a lot of good work right now. It's the host. He hosts the Walk of Gratitude at Magic Kingdom to honor fallen heroes.
Wow.
Fantastic thing. I'm not
That is
talking
nice.
about him as good work, and I'm sure it's probably I just don't like. Maybe it's his acting. I don't know. Just not a Gary Sinise fan.
Acceptable.
So I apologize. There's that. The new concept art and logo have been revealed for the DVC cabins at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground. Pat, do we have pictures of that?
Not
There we go.
again.
I
looks
like.
pretty cool.
I
I like
like
it.
that.
God,
That looks cool.
that
I
does
even
look
like the
great.
inside.
I don't think it feels cabin-like anymore. Like,
Look at the other room does with the bunk beds. This room doesn't, but the other room
Looks
feels cabin.
futuristic. Maybe something in
little.
Epcot.
That's where I'm like, I like that old school Fort Wilderness, like.
The old school cabins tell me bugs.
No, they don't have bugs. You're gonna have bugs anyways. You're out in the woods.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna be it, guys, for the day.
Awesomeness. That was a good show.
Do we
I think.
want to go over some merch real quick?
Yeah, well, we got Corinne. Yeah.
Let's do some merch. We got Corinne. Corinne is our merch queen.
You're like, no.
Yeah. Well, we have a game we play. Everyone has to put a yes or a no in the chat, Y or an N. Let's just go over a few things, Pat. We'll only do this for like 5 minutes.
Like
and then
5 minutes. That's it.
Like
5 minutes.
I like.
So here we
this.
go.
Amazon, right? No.
I believe so.
It's cute.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, you can make them kiss. That's cute.
Better than
Bicycle
Funkos.
cards. Okay.
Oh,
That deck of cards.
Yeah.
Oh, the cards look great in it. I'm sorry. I take it
do.
back.
They,
It's
yeah, they
fun.
do look cool. They do look
They
cool.
do. Oh.
What is this? Oh, storybook
Oh, it's a
collection.
book. I like that.
I do like that too. That's a great idea.
It
It's a
has
great
some of the
Christmas
newer
gift for
characters.
kids.
Yeah, I would say buy anything Disney 100 now because it's supposed to end December 30, so like at the end of this month.
Yeah, good point.
Ooh, I
300
like
wonderful
this.
facts to celebrate the magic of Disney. I like that. That's
cool.
that's great.
Aiden, Sammy, Aiden would love
Aiden
that.
would love it. He has every National Geographic book. So this, I'm looking at it right now on Amazon.
Again, would be a great idea at Epcot. Like, do something like this.
Yeah.
Tell me how much it is, Sammy. I might get that for Aiden and let you say it's for me if you don't need a gift.
I've seen this book in
And I'll pay you.
Walmart. It's beautiful.
You don't have to.
Let's see the Disney Adventures of a Lifetime. I like
really
that.
cool.
Very cool.
Yep.
National Geographic did a couple things. It seems like.
It's like a coffee table book. It's really
Yeah.
good.
I don't know.
They
it's
just
not for-
continue with the Doonies and they're weird. I don't know. They used to be so good and now they're just
This is very hippie.
Yeah.
Flower child.
70s in December.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Summer.
Yeah. It's all.
Like-
It's all. That's.
That
That's
looks like a flowering garden bag, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So no. And I love the dogs and cat Doonies. Like they used to have some back in the day that were really good. But not this one.
Oh, I like this.
Cute.
It looks like he has a
cute.
pineapple in his mouth.
It does.
It does.
Looks like I need some brush in there.
Oh, that's cute.
I like
I
you
like that.
smiling. You're good.
Super chill vibes.
I think these are that one I like.
These-
That looks like a Tokyo one. They sell those.
This
in
is
Tokyo.
fun.
Yeah.
I like that one.
He's missing a couple of arms though. He has like 6 legs or whatever. Right?
They don't come out till he does the alien version of himself.
Oh,
And these are Amazon too, I believe. Yes.
cool.
This is really cute.
These
Oh.
are,
Eh,
yeah, they're
plain.
redoing the whole Pirates of the Caribbean line, and then they're making
Yeah,
it like
I don't-
adding Mickey.
Oh, I like
and-
that one.
That one I
one's
like
okay.
better. I don't like the other one.
Me
I
either.
don't like.
And they have some pins out for. Oh no, these are so bad. I'm sorry.
That
I don't
one's
know.
cute.
I don't
one's
mind that one. I
cute.
like that one.
I mean, I
Actually.
guess if you like, I just like everything to be like.
It's simple.
Yeah, it's kind of just like it's tame,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for the people who like it more like stylish.
subtle. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's subtle. See, I would like this better if it didn't have the Disneyland across it.
yeah.
Like, it's Disney. We don't need the Disneyland across it like that. But I guess
Yeah.
that's the other side of
Yeah.
it.
I love this. I have
the
it.
new pins. Oh, you already have it?
Yes.
Yeah, I like the new pin collection with all the different.
Mhm.
There we go. There's Magic Kingdom.
I bought all of them because I collect castle pins first of all, but all these for each park is so cute. And today they also released one for Disneyland and Disney's California Adventure.
Very cool.
Adorable. And they're
I like
open
that.
edition, so
I like the Animal Kingdom
Mhm.
one.
so cute.
Me too.
So that means the Hollywood Studios now the official thing is Tower of Terror, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cute. That's cute. I like it.
I like play.
Playing the park.
And these are
Yeah.
ornaments.
They're
As Patty
ornaments.
told us, Patty told us before. Play in the park. Oh yeah, and Corinne, you said it's the Play in the Park collection, right?
Yep. They're
There's
cute
Donald.
just because it's like showing them in the park,
Yeah, I like the
I do
Donald
like-
one. That's cool.
There's like a Minnie and Daisy riding the teacups right there, yeah. And then Goofy bought every single piece of merchandise and treats he saw.
I feel like Daisy's talking a lot, and Minnie's just like, "Oh, okay."
Minnie looks annoyed.
Gossip or
Right?
This would be a great place for me to put my thoughts. Like
I
Sammy
don't
was mean.
like
Sammy
beans.
was.
I don't like beans.
I don't like beans, and Sammy was mean to me on the show today.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, I like this.
Are these
movie.
puzzles?
We have a better place for you to put your thoughts, Gene.
Okay.
Would you like a clue?
I think they're cute.
I like the puzzles. Yeah, I like that kind of vibe they got going.
Yeah, I definitely think this will be big next year.
Oh,
Look
puzzle.
Look at the
Oh,
Haunted
yes.
Mansion.
Yeah, the Haunted Mansion one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is cool. The teacup one.
But that's the problem. You start buying those, you have to buy all of them, to find.
Yeah.
I don't understand the pulling away from the black on the ears and stuff. It's a purplish thing. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying, is it the lighting or is it they
No,
change
they're
the color?
purple. They're purple.
They're purple. I want
Why?
them black. It needs to be black. I don't know.
Yeah, that's.
I
don't-
mean, I feel like it's faded.
That's what it looks like. I thought it was like the lighting or it was fade. I was like,
No, they just tried something and it's not
Yeah.
working.
Other than that, I like the whole thing they got going.
Yes, me too.
Sword in the Stone classic.
Pins.
I'm not a
nice.
fan.
You're not a fan of the movie or the pins?
I'm not a fan of the movie. I just didn't.
I'm not either. My Sword in
Me
the Stone is
either.
not one. Yeah, I can take it or leave it.
But every anniversary for something.
So,
Thank
Patty,
you,
right?
Patty.
Patty did a good job. He
Thank
actually
you.
listened and did it on time. Good job, Patty. Because clocks can be tough.
Oh God, poor Patty.
Nah, I love Patty. So guys, Panda, why don't you, before we say our goodbyes, why don't you
Yeah, we're not here next week and the week after for the holidays. We will be back January 9th. We're gonna have something cool in store. I really don't know what it is yet, but something will be cool. And we just thank you guys so much for coming and showing up and being a part of this. Everybody that's in here. I can't say everybody's name, but you know who you are.
Yes. Real quick, let me say thank you to Patty Puddles. I tease you a lot, and most of it's warranted, but I do want to say I'm joking,
You
and I love you.
can't give a
No,
I feel like we have to say the
then take
disclaimer.
it
This is
back.
Jane's brother. It's
Right.
I think everybody knows that by now, right?
No, Corinne did not know when she was watching the show, and she thought you were yelling at some woman named Patty.
Yeah, I was like, she's volunteering and doing this all for.
No, I tease him, but he does a great job. And listen, he puts all the stuff together behind the scenes like all week, and so
He does so
appreciate it.
much work to make us look good, and we take it for granted.
Yeah, no, he's fantastic. So I want to say thank you to him. I also want to thank all our mods. We have a ton of them right now. They're doing a
I
great
met
job.
some of them, and I was so happy.
Yeah. Paul Angle, Monorail Molly, Tina Marie, Simba 2, Candy Mom, Stephanie Keel. You guys are fantastic, and we appreciate you. Thank you so much for everything you guys do. Happy holidays to everybody.
Merry Christmas.
We're gonna,
Great holiday.
It's- I'm gonna-
2024. And what's it? 2 weeks? 2024.
I'm gonna miss you guys too. Not being able to hang out with you guys on Tuesday nights.
But then, Gene, are you allowed to announce anything yet or no?
Yeah, I'll be down there for good as of the 15th. So
wow.
I'll be living about 5 minutes from Disney or out on Avalon.
Yay!
And all right, Winter Garden.
So now we can do meetups.
Yes, my daughter will be. She's doing Disney College program, so I'm actually gonna be like 4 minutes. So I keep going, hey neighbors, like, and she don't fist bump me back. So, but yeah.
The poor daughter tried to run away, and they're coming with her.
So neighbors, and she goes, Dad, no. So, but yeah, I'll be 5 minutes from Disney and like 4 minutes from her. So I'm excited for that. Hopefully we'll get to spend some quality time, father and daughter at times, just me and her. But you know what? I'm proud of her, and I'm excited for her to take this next journey. And she's gonna do amazing things. I can't wait for her. She's gonna be. Am I allowed to say where she's gonna be at? She's.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Not a
She's
bad
going.
thing.
If you see her, tell her hello and be nice to her. She's actually going to be concierge at Yacht and Beach Club. So
Nice.
To start someone off in concierge,
Yeah.
they are very confident in her.
And you want to
they-
be at the resorts, not.
and they love her. For her to do that, that's yeah.
yeah, so I'm excited for it, and I think this it's going to be great. She is. Thanks, Patty. She really is. She's awesome. She's not a kid anymore. She's 23. Like I think about having a
Still a
23-year-old. Yeah, but just thinking like she's actually a grown
I know.
woman now. It's just crazy. It blows my mind. But
Listen, when I met her and you told me it was your daughter, I was like, What's going on? This
Just
can't
be
be Jean's
prepared, like they're gonna be, even when they're 40. I tell my mom's like, I can't believe I have a 40-year-old daughter. I'm like, yeah, but I still need your help with everything.
Same, I get it. Yeah, like I tell them all the time. You'll never understand you'll never understand it. And but I'm very proud of her, and I can't wait to see what great things she does down there. So I do want to say that. So I dragged on a little bit. I apologize. But I just want to say to the chat, thank you so much for making 2023 such a great start to the Disney Underground on the Big Fat Panda channel. It's been an amazing start. I can't wait to see what we do in 2024. A lot of great things are going to be coming. I can't wait to share with everybody. I know me and Panda we're talking about some of the other stuff we're going to be bringing to the channel that we won't announce yet. We'll announce in the coming weeks, but we have some really cool things coming to the channel as well, other things as well. So so I guess Panda, take it away.
Thank you again, guys. Sammy, we love you. Corinne, thank you so much. Welcome. And Jean, mwah, Patty, everybody, mods, Pete McDevitt, who's always watching.
Love you guys.
Have a wonderful holiday, guys.
Merry Christmas.